All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming back again. We're on to our third one of the afternoon. We were joined by Coast and James from Coast, and then we had Sonia from Jump Ship before now, and now we're joined by Doug, who's the head brewer at Tempest. And so he's going to tell us a little bit about the brewery, a little bit about their sort of path to brewing a alcohol-free beer. But yeah, let's start by cracking open the beer. So people that have got the pack, they're going to have the bottle that I've got here, the dropkick. But you're drinking from a can, so.
Yeah. So. Slightly different, obviously different appearance in terms of packaging. The beer, it's been a bit of an evolution sort of brewing it, but it's fairly similar. We're really happy with what we've got in can though. It's tasting really great. So shame we didn't get the can out, but plenty more where it came from anyway.
Yeah, the can looks amazing as well. Like the branding on it is fantastic. I've got one here. It's yeah. Love the hand. And what's the sleight of hand? Is that kind of because it's a magic beer? Is that?
Well, yeah. I've always wanted to name a beer based on Paul Daniels. You know.
Nice. Yeah, what an inspiration.
Well, that's what David Blaine, that isn't it? The hand. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just a play on the trickery in the beer. You know, you're getting something that, for us, although it's not the most conventional kind of flavor profile for a beer, it feels like a beer in itself nonetheless. You know, and it's got the body, the refreshment, a bit of acidity. So, you know, it's just, I guess the sleight of hand is just a play on that, you know. Nice. There is a lot of you know, aside from trickery, there's a lot of process and technique that goes into it, you know, a lot more so than just brewing standard beer.
Yeah, so is it a version of an alcoholic beer that you've got then? Is that how? What is the process?
Yeah, I mean, it was a beer we're not making anymore. Was Dropkick Me Jesus, which was sour pale ale. So it was a bit of a play on that because we sort of the way we decided to make it, the souring, I guess, number one is to protect it, you know, to a bit of assurance against any contamination.
Yeah,
you get that pH down there, and it's a lot safer in that respect because it hasn't got the alcohol. But it also adds a layer of flavour. So, you know, in a beer like this, the challenge as well is to try and pack in flavour in any ways as possible.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you? What's your background?
So I've been with Tempest for 6 years now. Okay. So before that, I studied at Heriot Watt, did the brewing and distilling masters. I'd done a little bit of brewing kind of part-time out in Australia the year before that. So kind of like 7 or 8 years I've been kicking around brewing, but yeah, I was fortunate to get a job with Tempest right after graduating from Heriot Watt, and they were expanding quite significantly at that time, so it just fell into place. Gavin, the owner, was essentially the head brewer, so it was just a kind of organic transfer of that job, really, from him to me. So he's still very involved in the process and recipe creation and things like that.
And how long's the brewery been going itself?
Since 2010. So had a whole load of like nice 10-year anniversary plans this year.
Yeah.
So that's a real shame. Beer festivals and just like special releases. We've had to be a bit more, you know, we've had to be a bit more savvy about what we release, and
yeah,
you know, making mega expensive hot beers hasn't quite been the priority in the last couple of months. So
no, what's going on at the moment then? What are you managing to still able to brew? What's the
I mean, we've kind of got about half the staff on furlough. The last week we had most of the production team in, so that's good.
Okay.
So I mean, we've got a new online shop. It's been doing really well. I think having the branding and all the nice visuals and easy website and everything has been really good. Obviously, a difficult time to be launching a brand, but still good we have it. We had the website, you know.
So the branding is across the whole of the brewery, is it, or is it a change in all your branding?
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So quite a big facelift, really.
Yeah.
Even the Tempest logo. So yeah, I mean, there's a bit of like continuity across the style in these guys anyway. We've used a few different artists, just trying to fit a certain profile. So it's quite a nice way to do it. So we're not really locked into anything in particular, but still creating that continuity.
You say the beer itself is it's a slight adjustment with the new cans, is it, to the bottles?
Yeah, I mean I think we've made it about 5 times now. So I mean that's and because it's such a different process, we're still learning quite a lot. You know, it's there's a lot of variables to be playing with. So certainly, yeah, this incarnation of it is, you know, it's similar, but we're really happy with it. Happy with the body in it. We had a couple of batches. I know we had one batch where we did think about 5% dilution and things like that, you know, so you are kind of tweaking a lot of parameters.
And when did or I guess where did the idea come from to begin with? You know, you're a traditional brewery, you've got a big range of alcoholic beers, and then when was it when the Dropkick first sort of became an idea that something that you knew would be a hit?
I think it kind of there's really good mountain biking down near us. So Glentress and Innerleithen, so there's a big scene for it, and we work with a couple of festivals during the summers, and I think it kind of came out of that, where we wanted to be able to give people, you know, give away beer to promote this festival, and it seemed like the appropriate beer for it. And you know, that's what it's great for. You know, we drink it sometimes at work because it's on a hot day and everybody's roasting. You can just flash one of these without being silly, you know. So yeah, that kind of outdoorsy feel. You know, there's a lot of hill walking and everything as well. So
I think there's definitely a big connection between alcohol-free beer and like the outdoors, being fit, running, like you say, cycling, and there's definitely that mark that the two are coming together there.
Yeah, and that kind of played into the direction of the beer as well. So that bit of acidity, you know, it's like ultimate refreshment when you're really hot or it's a hot day.
Definitely. So you've been it would have been 10 years. What was it like? How's the beer gone down with your sort of regular punters? Are people adding it to their regular beers, or is it a new audience? What sort of?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely seems to be picking up a bit, you know. I mean, I think some people don't for the people that don't naturally gravitate towards it, if you just give them it, they really enjoy it. And then, you know, I think it's that. So it's getting it into people's hands that's important, I think. Yeah, I mean, pubs like it as an offering, you know, in small pack, because they're probably not. So we don't sell a huge amount of draft, which is kind of fair enough. People want to go to the pub.
It's still quite new as well, isn't it? The idea of a draft.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it picks up. But yeah, I mean, pubs like to have it in the fridge as an offering. And obviously, again, our location, you know, rural places, it's good because if people have to drive. it's good for our brewery because a lot of people, there is the train, but if they're driving, you know, it allows you to be responsible.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, last night I was speaking to one of the guys from West Berkshire Brewery, and they said exactly the same thing. They've got their sort of tap room down there, and at least one person has to drive. So they're finding that by having their little range of non-alcoholic beers on,
yeah,
people are gravitating towards it.
Yeah, I mean, we've more or less got a permanent line in the tap room of this, which is great.
And yeah, hopefully then that can expand a bit more, and you can start getting it in some bars.
Yeah, I think we've done a little bits and pieces to export because we've definitely filled some key kegs and sent them off, which is good.
I think I saw it, or I had it in the, you know, there's the new Brewdog alcohol-free bar in London.
Right, cool.
I think they had it in there, which was cool to see. Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, great! Yeah, did you you've got some pictures of inside your brewery, haven't you? You were gonna share.
Yeah, some quite ill-prepared ones. So hopefully nothing ominous pops up. Right, I'll share my screen. Desktop.
Oh no, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, see that?
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, I mean, this is basically the heart of the brewery. So I'm basically standing right in front of the canning line.
Okay.
So that's hopefully I can find a photo of the canning line. That's been a bit of a challenge. We got a brand new canning line just before lockdown. So it's come from Italy, and we could really do with an engineer to come over and fix about 10 different things.
What were you doing before then? Was it you had an old canning line, or were you just bottling? What?
We're bottling, yeah, and we did a bit of contract canning.
Okay.
So it's the same company that's made the canning line, it's kind of using it's intuitive in that way, but it's a new machine and it takes a lot of commissioning and few bits and bobs. So it's been a lot of long days just trying to get it to run properly, but we're getting there. But it's you know, canning, you have to spend a hell of a lot of time focusing on your package quality.
Right.
So that's been a bit tricky during lockdown because we've been short-staffed, and you know, you need someone to be running cans and testing them all the time. So yeah, tricky. Hopefully we can get on top of that though. But I mean, having your own machine is really important. And being
I can imagine it. Yeah.
And I think it's like that for all new machines. You know, you just have to fine tune it and get on top of your quality, really.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's exciting. Anyway, having that available to you, not having to send it out. Brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, it's really good, and having that to go with the new branding and stuff, it's all goes well together nicely. So I'll just point out a few things on the photo here. That's our brew kettle down the end, right in the middle.
Okay.
So on the left would be the mash tun. We might have a photo of that. So that's about 4,000 litre capacity in there.
Okay.
And then these are all the kind of the first tanks we got when we moved into this brewery. So we moved into this brewery about that was about 6 years ago, because it was kind of right after I joined Tempest. We moved from this kind of fallen to pieces shed in Kelso, which was a bit of a nightmare because just nothing worked in it. This was a nice upgrade.
A lot more professional now.
Yeah, and a bit about that. The old brewery was in a town called Kelso, and the owners, Gavin and Annika, they had a brew pub and a restaurant. So that's kind of where the brewery all started, really. Just trying to get decent beer 10 years ago, and they decided to set up their own brewery, and that's it all just took off, and that kind of outgrew the pub and restaurant part of it. So not running directly the pub anymore, just because it's a bit too much to manage, but still a great place to drink our beer, especially nice cask ale.
Yeah, I see you do cask as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a challenge, cask. You know, it's a challenge getting pubs to pay the price for decent cask.
Yeah.
And I think that directly comes from customers thinking you should only pay so much for cask.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And there's the whole aspect of kind of cellarmanship, and you know, it's a bit of a dying art. You know, people that can actually put a cask on properly and look after it. So
yeah,
it's a challenge. We're not, obviously right now we're doing none. So yeah, I mean, it's a small part of the business, but it's nice to have.
Someone asked about they said because obviously in Scotland you've got stricter alcohol limits for drivers. So I think that's been seen a boost in your non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I think it undoubtedly would, because people, you know, generally in Scotland, people just, it's like, don't drink at all. You know, that's kind of the.
Okay.
You know, you probably can have half a pint, but there's more of a mentality that you just don't do it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think the laws will have an impact.
It's great to give people the option, so there isn't just the option of either drinking or not drinking. You can have something in between, and that's what we've that's the whole celebration this weekend. Really, is the fact that there are so many great beers now that you can enjoy the same way you would an alcoholic beer.
Yeah, and what's nice is they're all coming in a lot of different shapes and sizes. You know, you're not just getting one thing, and that's keeping it really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Do you sort of keep an eye out on the others? Do you get ideas from the others?
Yeah, I mean, not in a kind of you know, let's see what they're up to way, but you know, obviously the Mikaela one's great, and the one of the ones he kind of inspired us was the Knittenauer one. We loved that. I don't know if you sell that or not.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I've got it actually. I've put together a monthly subscription pack, and the first box has got that in, and it's got the sleight of hand in as well.
Wow, so great.
That's box one that's going out in the next couple of weeks. So
yeah, that was actually the one that really got us thinking we should make one. Actually, we really enjoyed it.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's yeah. I think. Yeah, there's so many now. It's for me personally, who used to love craft, well, still do love craft beer, but used to love alcoholic beers. Like now, there's just so many options, and it's brilliant. I think as well the fact that like people like yourself, traditional like alcoholic breweries are given an option. So I still feel like I'm involved in that craft beer scene.
Yeah, it's not separate really, is it?
No. You don't have to turn your back on craft beer. You can carry on, but just cut the booze out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And it's still very new. You know, it's new to us, and it's new to a lot of people. I think there's a lot of room for, you know, whether it's style, quality, or both. You know, there's a lot of room for improvement, I would say. Definitely.
Do you think you're looking to doing any other styles of alcohol-free beers, or?
Yeah, we've been thinking about one. Obviously, one of our most well-known beers is Mexicake.
Okay.
Which is an 11% chocolate and chili and cinnamon stout.
Wow.
So we're thinking about giving that a go.
Wow, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So yeah, I mean, it's just one we'll need to put our heads together again and think about the process, really.
Well, yeah, well, it's a shame that you couldn't do all your launch and stuff, but I think yeah, best of luck with everything, and love the new branding,
Yes.
love the new beer, and I'm really looking forward to for people to taste it and yeah, enjoy it, because yeah, it's fantastic. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us as well.
Thank you. It's been great. Much appreciated.
Cheers. Thanks, Doug.
Good night. Take
Cheers,
care.
Doug. Thank you. Next up, so after we've got about in about 15 minutes, in 25 minutes, at 4:30, I'm going to be joined by Ben, who is the marketing manager of Brewdog. So he'll be on at 4:30, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the Brewdog range, and we'll talk a little bit about the bar that we've mentioned a few times, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see it from a sort from the Brewdog side of things. So come back at 4:30, crack open the next beer. We've got I've put mine in the fridge, but we've got the hazy AF, which is pretty good. So looking forward to you trying that, and yeah, see you again at 4:30.